Have you ever felt like you're walking through a wilderness, only to get lost in a thick fog while dealing with people who create chaos in your life? The experience is like touching an ember that then flares up into a huge fire, destroying everything in front of you. Yet, in the midst of the chaos, there is an ancient philosophy that offers light in the midst of darkness, a way to find peace and strength within ourselves, Stoicism. In this journey, we will discover deep wisdom in the face of human toxicity. Let us explore the 9 valuable lessons offered in this story, a journey that will take us through harsh terrain, but with the right guidance, we can glean valuable lessons that will shape us into stronger and wiser individuals. So, get ready to enter a labyrinth of deep thoughts and emotions, because at the end of this journey, you will find wisdom that might change the way you see the world. Let's start this journey together. 1. Dealing with toxicity. Have you ever felt like you're being swept up in a storm of emotions when interacting with toxic people? Like an unexpected wave, they turn a bright day into a dark one. However, in the midst of those waves, there is a strength that emerges from within us, the strength to not drown in a sea of hatred and indifference. This is when we find the courage within us, facing them with our heads held high and our hearts strong. Toxic people may try to extinguish our light, but we are the fire that keeps burning. We will not be burned by their words, but instead shine even brighter. It's about finding the strength within ourselves, to not be swayed by the darkness they bring. Let every attack be a lesson in how strong we are, and let our courage be a light to others. Because inside of us, there is a fire that never goes out, ready to light up the world with kindness and courage. 2. Avoiding unnecessary arguments. Why should we get entangled in pointless arguments? This is a question that triggers deep reflection. Imagine the energy wasted in endless conversations while time passes meaninglessly. Why don't we redirect our focus to more meaningful things? Why not use our time to sow kindness and inspiration? When we get stuck in an endless cycle of conflict, we do ourselves a disservice. Energy that we should be directing towards personal growth and creating something positive is instead wasted in arguments that accomplish nothing. Let's break this cycle. Let's choose peace. We have the power to determine the direction of our lives. So why not use that power to avoid unnecessary arguments and fill our lives with kindness and true meaning? It's time to choose wisely. 3. Detect false warmth. It's amazing how social warmth is often just a cover for hidden dishonesty. The fake smiles that dazzle, the sweet words that sound bitter to the ears, they are all theatrics in a social show that is sometimes more suffocating than liberating. But behind the spotlight, our hearts can feel the well-hidden evil, and it hurts. Feeling the false warmth is like dropping into a deep abyss of disappointment. However, even though this theater shakes the heart and tears apart beliefs, we still have the power to find authenticity in the midst of falsehood. In the deep silence, in the midst of deep solitude, we can hear the call of our innermost heart, which desires honesty and authenticity. That is the place where we find the strength to reject the roles written for us by others and dig into the courage to be our true selves. So, let us dare to listen to our inner voice that asks for honesty, even in the midst of the false warmth that surrounds us. For in honesty, we find true freedom and priceless peace. 4. Ability to filter out negative comments. Sometimes, one negative comment can feel like a crushing blow to the heart, like a white page scribbled in black ink that can't be erased. But did you know we have the power to choose how we respond? It's about understanding that those moments of bitterness actually reflect more about other people's internal issues than our own self-worth. When we are accused or hated, that's when we should look deeper into their soul. Sometimes, negative comments are like a shadow that clings on tightly, hard to get rid of. But this is where our strength lies, in the ability to see that stain and decide not to let it ruin us. We are the creators of our own happiness. So let's collectively refuse to let those toxic words ruin our day or shake our self-esteem. 5. Dive into yourself. Often, in the hustle and bustle of life, we get lost amongst the noise, forgetting our own presence. However, when we dare to dive into ourselves, we discover the wonders hidden within. It is a challenging and meaningful journey where we unearth the truth of who we really are. Sometimes we are too used to letting other people's judgments frame our self-image, while the truth about ourselves is covered by the shadows of anxiety and doubt. However, the moment we dare to pierce through those layers, we find tremendous strength in our weaknesses and invincible beauty in our uniqueness. Don't let the outer darkness extinguish the light within you. Let us embark on this journey together, discovering the true essence of who we are and radiating it with pride and courage. That is the greatest gift we can give ourselves, true self-discovery. 6. Self-awareness. As we step into the maze of life, we are often confronted with people who sprinkle toxicity, testing our resilience. However, amidst the waves of chaos, we find light in self-awareness. This awareness takes us on a journey through the layers of the self, liberating the truth that is buried by the judgment of others. But lo and behold, our true strength lies in understanding that negative comments are not a mirror of our worth. Every toxic attack is a call to look deeper, to find the enlightening truth. When we understand ourselves more deeply, we carve a path to unshakable peace. So, among the ripples of toxicity, allow self-awareness to be the compass that guides us in the right direction. We are the true guides on the journey to our inner truth and serenity. 7. Emotional stability. Racing through a sea of chaotic emotions, dealing with toxic people can feel like letting go of the storm inside our heads. However, imagine if we could be like a sturdy tree that stands tall despite the storm. That's the power of emotional balance. It's not about being cold or indifferent, but about realizing that we have control over our reactions to the outside world. In the stillness in the midst of the storm, we find serenity. From there, we can reflect, choose, and act wisely. It is about shifting the focus from what is happening around us to how we will allow it to affect our inner peace. It is not about ignoring toxicity, but about acknowledging it without letting it define our actions. In doing so, we build strength from within, not from ignorance, but from deep self-understanding. 8. Setting boundaries. Amongst the glittering social world, we get caught up in a game where the line between kindness and toxicity gets blurred. But amidst this boisterous crowd, we must find the courage to set healthy boundaries. This is not about locking our hearts in rigidity, but about giving ourselves the right to feel safe and respected. When we allow toxic people to cross boundaries without resistance, we allow them to rule our lives. This is a call to stand firm, to raise our hands and say, "This is my territory, and here I set the boundaries." It's about honoring ourselves, recognizing our worth, and providing protection for our hearts and souls. So, let's build strong walls together, not to separate ourselves from the world, but to ensure that only love and kindness can cross them. By setting boundaries, we strengthen the foundation of our lives with courage and self-respect. 9. Focus on the goal. When we pursue our dreams, we are often faced with obstacles that block our path. Toxic people can be like roadblocks, standing between us and our goals, trying to undermine our passion and conviction. However, amidst the storm of negativity, We must remember why we embarked on this journey: our burning dreams, unquenchable passion, and fierce determination to achieve our goals. Every questionable comment, every hurtful criticism are all challenges that test our resilience. Yet, in the midst of adversity, we find unexpected strength to keep going. Let our purpose be the light that guides us through the darkness. Let our determination be the burning ember, burning away all doubts and failures. We are tireless explorers, and our goals are the stars that point us in the right direction. So let us stay focused on our goals and let our passion illuminate our steps towards glorious success. Thank you for accompanying me on this journey through the labyrinth of a meaningful life. Let us create a more meaningful life by applying the wisdom of Stoicism in our every step. I wonder, what is your experience in dealing with human toxicity? Share your story in the comment section below. Don't forget to like if you feel inspired, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for your support and see you in the next content.